to the family, son.
Hello and welcome to Birds of Play. I'm your host Pierce Turner and I'm here with Logan Anstead.
What's up?
This looks like a little cozy show today. We're missing a few key members like John C. Tyler-McCrone, but he's not dead. He's just frozen in carbonite. We'll see him again soon.
He's Han Solo now? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I told him I loved him and he just said I know, and then he went away.
Oh, you're Leia?
I like to think so. She's a strong woman, and I'm a strong woman too.
I'd love to see that hair, that cinnamon bun look on you.
So today we're gonna have a nice episode. We're talking about Resident Evil 7, which, as you know, is a game that came out that I'm really enjoying, and we're gonna show you some gameplay from it as well. And then we're gonna talk about comic book video games, the good, the bad, the fugly, and what we're looking forward to. So first, Resident Evil 7. It's really good.
Yeah,
like it's really good.
I started seeing the reviews coming out last week, and I was very skeptical because I know that they were reinventing the series or whatever, and
reinventing is putting it lightly.
Yeah, I mean you're switching the perspective. You're throwing away the story.
I'm about 8.5 hours in, and there's like one little thing that kind of brings it back to the rest of the series. If you've never played a Resident Evil game before, you can fit right into this.
But that's what they needed to do. Because once you get into, like, the thing that's always turned me off about Final Fantasies is, like, there's 15 now. Or there's more than 15, but there's the numbers, there's, like, Final Fantasy 15 is the 15th Final Fantasy. I was like, do I have to know all this information? And the same thing with what happened with the Metal Gear series. So Resident Evil 7, I think they really should have just, I mean, they did in Japan. They just branded it as Resident Evil Biohazard, and I think they dropped the 7 or something, but like...
No, in Japan, so Japan Resident Evil has always been called Biohazard.
Yeah.
And here it's been Resident Evil. And here it's Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And there it's Biohazard 7. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters is it's a great game. It's back to scary. It's back to survival horror where you're actually scavenging for parts, scavenging for ammo and health. There's a lower enemy count, but the enemies are much more terrifying.
Will it make me forget about the atrocity that was Resident Evil 6?
I already forgot about Resident Evil 6. There was a 6th one? I thought they just skipped it.
No, I remember buying that game and playing it on day one, and then just being like, because I didn't play 5, and I honestly hadn't, I don't think I'd played a Resident Evil since 3, and I played 6.
3? Wow.
Yeah, at that time I was like, I played 6 and I was like, what is this?
Well, it's a similar change to what happened in 2005 when 4 came out. 4 completely revamped the series for the best. 4 is one of the best games ever made. And 7 is doing a very similar thing.
I heard the argument this week that Resident Evil 4 was actually the start of the downfall of Resident Evil.
And that's not an argument, that's true.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that 4 is like a masterpiece.
Okay. So it was its peak and the start of its decline as well.
Yeah, it was the beginning of the end.
Okay.
So if you want to see some awesome Resident Evil gameplay, check out this next clip. James and I played for a little while. James, who has no idea what he's talking about with Resident Evil, and me being the Resident Evil expert. So check it out.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm out of ammo.
Okay, good. Ship him.
He just Whoa! What's this guy doing?
Is he strong?
What's he doing? Oh God! Okay. Straight up, this did not happen to me in my first playthrough. Oh God! How are you supposed to? What am I supposed to do
that's
here?
That's incredible.
Karki.
He's doing donuts in the garage. What is this game?
I don't know, but
Dude, get him to back into the garage door, maybe. This is insane.
This is the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. This isn't even scary anymore. It's just fucking weird.
Dude, there's definitely AI involved with this thing.
Well, obviously. What's happening?
This is not effective.
Oh, it's a little effective. I'm in the red. Gotta put some items on.
And then touch the car.
Dude, I'm slicing them real good though. Traditionally in Resident Evil games,
where are you supposed to go? Is this a boss fight?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Man with knife versus man with car. Choose your weapon.
Traditionally in Resident Evil games,
and he chose a fucking car.
The knife is like last resort, like it does nothing.
Like melee, sort of.
Yeah. Like
wow, the healing powers of gasoline.
Oh God! And we're back from that clip. What do you think about that clip? Wasn't that fun? Did you laugh? I laughed.
I'm sure it was a hoot.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing more episodes of that, so be sure to check those out. So the main topic for today is comic book video games.
Yes.
Why is this important this week?
Because you had that awesome partnership revealed between Square Enix and Marvel to make an Avengers game and a few more games after
Specifically, the team that made the most recent Tomb Raider games.
that. Most recent Tomb Raider and the
Avengers.
most recent Deus Ex games as well.
Oh, that's right.
So you're talking about two studios that Square Enix finds it important enough to take off two of their biggest franchises to make it's not a new IP, but it's a new game series.
There's never really been an Avengers game. There was like one for
the Lego ones.
There was the Lego one that wasn't very good, and there was like a Connect Avengers game, but there hasn't really, like, you'd be surprised Avengers is huge in the movies, but there hasn't really been a game. So this is exciting. Recently, Marvel has kind of not been making good games. They've just been distributing it out to Activision and people who just poop out bad Spider-Man games every year to make money. But
rest in peace.
Right. But finally, they've decided to start making actually decent games. The Spider-Man game that's coming out on PlayStation 4 is a great example.
Yeah. With the sucker. No. It's the people who made
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it starts with an I.
This is their
Insomniac.
name.
Insomniac Games.
Insomniac.
There we go.
All right. Making a Spider-Man game.
They made Song of the Deep too.
Thank you very
last
much.
Year. Okay. My God, that was awful.
Anyways, yeah. So, what are some of the best and some of the worst comic book games we've ever played?
I mean, notoriously, you think about Superman 64.
Superman
right?
64 is an obvious answer.
That game was atrocious, and I still get nightmares about the rings.
Can we just get some clips of those rings on here?
Yeah, no, you know that's going to be up there when
you've
we're
seen
talking
it.
about this.
And,
but like that, oh my
But Superman
God.
64 is an easy answer. There's other games.
But that is the definition of why licensed games were so bad. That was the example people gave when you talked about horrible licensed game is Superman 64.
But it's not even just in the 90s when that came out. I mean, they were bad consistently up until recently.
Absolutely.
I mean, really, even now. But there were a few standouts like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Which is a great open world. It's like GTA. But
I know you
Spider-Man.
played the hell out of that.
I know I did. And
I'm not gonna argue that.
And then there's obvious examples of good comic book games like the Batman Arkham games.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, I feel like you have the last one that was Arkham Knight or whatever. Kind of was like the Dark Knight Rises, where it's a very divisive title.
I liked it. I think it's the best.
I loved most of the game. I hated the tank. I couldn't stand it.
Well, that's neither here or there. We can all agree the tank is bad. But there's other games like Injustice, which is great. Lego Marvel.
It's been limited to very few genres.
It has.
And we don't know what this new Square Enix title is going to be like.
And we know basically nothing about the Spider-Man game as well.
Yeah.
We just know that there's a lot of
that Spider-Man game
potential.
Has to be open world though.
Well,
there's no way they're gonna make that into a linear thing, especially knowing what Insomniac does with games.
What I want to talk about specifically is what made the games that were really good, like Spider-Man 2 and Batman Arkham, what made them good, and what you want to see taken from them into these new Spider-Man, Avengers, and whatever else is going to. Injustice 2 is coming out.
I know you can speak more to Spider-Man, so I'm going to leave that for you. But like I remember the Arkham games. I remember playing them with one of my girlfriends in high school, and that's how I got introduced to it. And she was like, "Oh, you got to play this game." I was like, "It's a comic book game. Like, what are you talking about?" And I go to play Arkham Asylum, and like, the story is great. The gameplay was fantastic. Like, just the way that you had the punch sequences going and stuff like that. But like, being an ode to your source material is a big thing that makes it.
Getting the writers,
the actors, the writers, keeping your voice actors consistent through that game, and then every time you would interact with a new character, you would have their history of what not only their influence in the game that you're playing, but when they first appeared in the comic books, what their most significant comic book thing was.
Exactly.
Like, that is stuff that I appreciate, and people who are going to go out and buy these games will
You don't get the
appreciate.
impression when you're playing Batman Arkham Asylum that this game was made for money.
Yeah.
It
was a passion
every
project.
file, every dialogue, every file you can read or listen to. I mean, you get the impression that the people who made that game love Batman, particularly like the '90s Batman, like the animated series, and that's what these new games coming out needs. Whoever's making the team that are making the Spider-Man game, they need to love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That game needs to be a love letter to people like me who have been dying to have a good Spider-Man game since 2002.
I mean, what we saw from that trailer when it was revealed too is that it looks like it's going to be something that they're extremely passionate about. They put a lot of love into the camera angles and like
Yeah.
Basically showing that like this is the return of Spider-Man. This is the return of a Spider-Man game that you will want to play. And I totally agree with you that because like the Batman games again, like the Riddler trophies add huge replayability to those games, and each one of those they had to think of intricate ways to get you to solve a puzzle to get to each one of those. And there's like something like what, hundreds in each game?
Yeah, I mean,
so
they take forever.
I mean,
the Spider-Man game on PS1, just called Spider-Man,
Yeah.
it's a phenomenal game, and it's similar to Arkham, where it's got voice actors from the show, it's got all these hidden secrets,
more
and
polygons.
more polygons, but it's a great game, and these comic book games need to take that approach.
Yeah.
They need to be thoughtful. Time needs to be taken with them.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man game, we don't even have a title yet. It's nowhere near coming out, which is good.
They could just call it Spider-Man.
It could.
I know the working title is just Spider-Man PS4, but I would almost prefer them to just be like, this is Spider-Man.
That's something that is funny that I noticed at the end of both of at the end of the Spider-Man reveal and the Avengers reveal was just a hashtag.
Yeah.
That's all they have for these games is a hashtag.
Hashtag Spider-Man PS4, hashtag reassemble.
Right.
Like here's the thing, like most of these games that we're talking about right now aren't going to be out in the wild till at least 2018. You know,
which is fine. Take your time, please.
Yeah. No, as long as it's good, I don't care. My biggest worry with this stuff is that it's going to delve into that thing where it's like, oh, we're just going to go off of what the recent Marvel movies have been doing, and that's like I've kind of stopped watching the recent Marvel movie. I don't watch any DC movies. I think they're absolute garbage. Like, no offense if you like them. I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Yeah, no offense to all three of you.
Yeah, if you spent money on the tickets and you did all that, that's great. But I did not see Suicide Squad. I did not see the most recent Batman vs Superman thing because those movies are just not. There's no history of them being good. But the Marvel movies have a history of being good. The problem is they're repeating the same formula over and over and over again. And I'm not saying that you have to take a dark, gritty approach like some of the Arkham games did with Batman, but like I would love to see the Avengers game or the Spider-Man game have truly like deeper storylines than he got bit by a spider and now he's saving the world, or they're assembling so that they can take out another alien thing.
Which is the Arkham games, that trilogy is, in my opinion, one of the best Batman stories ever written.
Yeah.
Especially Batman Joker stories.
Yeah.
And it's a video game. Like can you even believe that? Like, so Arkham game was lightning in a bottle, the Arkham series, but we really need this to
we don't want it to be a
It needs to be the
one-trick
norm.
pony.
And Spider-Man and Avengers have the chance to make it that way. And what I wanted to ask you was, with Spider-Man, we kind of get an idea. It's an action game. It's open world, probably. With Avengers, we have no idea what it is.
Yeah, and if you're looking at what Eidos Montreal and Crystal Dynamics have done recently, you're talking about a third-person action adventure game,
Right, Tomb Raider.
in Tomb Raider, and that's a reboot as well. So they have some history with reboots.
Mm-hmm.
And Eidos Montreal technically has history with reboots too, with the Deus Ex series.
Yeah, sort of.
But Deus Ex is like strategy RPG type thing. So I would prefer to see, if they're doing one of those styles, I'd prefer to see the Crystal Dynamics style of action adventure. But
You think that would work? You think a Tomb Raider-like game would work for Avengers?
no, here's what I want to see, and I had this conversation with John the other day, is that I want it
Rest in
all
peace.
of the no, yeah. Is somebody dead on the show every week now? Is that just what's happening?
Yeah.
I want it to be like where you have the vignettes, like how Battlefield 1 had the individual stories and they were like an hour long. I want it to be like that for each Avenger, leading up to a big culmination where maybe you have the option to just switch between whoever. There's a few games that do that where you can just switch between people on the fly.
Like Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah. So like you can just like choose between which character you're doing in a battle depending on what you want. GTA 5 did it, for example. Like when you were doing the heists or the missions or whatever, one moment you'd be Trevor, who was, I don't know, in a helicopter, and you'd be Franklin, who's with a sniper all the way across the building, or you'd be Michael, who's like literally grabbing a hostage so that you can do it, and you just switch between the three that coordinate this heist. That'd be a cool thing to play. But I also feel like because it's Square Enix, they're going to try to smoosh in some kind of crappy multiplayer, and I don't want to see that either.
Well, they don't really have a history of doing that, do they?
Tomb Raider had
The first Tomb Raider had a pretty bad
horribly
multiplayer,
tacked on multiplayer.
The second one didn't.
And Deus Ex has a horribly tacked on, not multiplayer, but leaderboard-esque, free-to-play, microtransaction fest crap thing with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. And I just want it, if they're going to make this, make it right, and just focus on that core experience if a multiplayer thing isn't available there. Because I don't really know how you do a multiplayer other than in an Injustice style type thing if you have the Avengers.
Right, which Injustice is a fighting game, so
Yeah.
that lends itself to it. But Avengers is going to be tricky.
Yeah.
To have a team-up game with assumedly 4 or 5 members, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, if they felt confident in taking those teams off of.
But I'm excited.
games.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for everything that's happening. So anyways, that's pretty much it for the episode this week. If you have any questions about Avengers, Resident Evils, or the death of our beloved host, please send them in, and we'll answer them on the next show.
Follow us on Twitter at
Follow us on
UNF
Twitter.
Spinnaker TV.
Yeah, and check out the rest of our Let's Play for Resident Evil 7, which will be arriving very shortly.
And let us know what you think of those, because we'll do more if you like them.
We've been Pierce Turner and Logan Anstead, and we'll be seeing you next week.
Peace out,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Man, that was really good.
Welcome back to a playthrough of Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7. So
Where's the
yeah,
play?
we're if you missed the last episode, we just started pretty much, and
You captured?
yeah,
Okay.
we're here in the garage with nothing but a knife, being chased by.
You know what happens in the garage. Ooh.
Don't you just hate it when that happens? You got scooped. You ever been scooped?
I didn't like it.
Oh shit! What's in here?
I'm gonna kill every one of
That's a sharp shovel.
I need a key.
You didn't get the key?
I don't know where it is.
Ew. Just throw wheels at him. Oh, you got a gun.
Got his gun.
Can you shoot him? You just
Oh
kill
yeah, I
this
can
guy?
shoot him. I don't know.
Dude, kill him. He just got shot in the Jeep. Dude, video game logic is funny.
Well, he's not a real person. He's like a Zimmy Zam.
Oh, he's not a.
No, dude, clearly.
I just thought he
Obviously-
was nuts.
Nah. Okay, so Resident Evil in Japan is called Biohazard. It's all about people who are.
Oh, is that what this one's called? Biohazard, right?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
subtitle. But in Japan, it's always been called Biohazard, as opposed to Resident Evil.
How do you kill them? Maybe
Honestly, I'm trying to remember. It has something to do with the car. But
Maybe you can like slam the hood on
I'm
him.
gonna get back in.
Dude, that's sick.
I-
He's
Oh,
just swung at you.
roll the window up. Roll the window up. Oh, I just got out. I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
I was trying to activate.
He has an axe.
Alright, I'm getting in the car. I'm getting in the car. Getting in the car. I think the key's in here. Oh!
Pulled you through the.
I probably should have expected that to happen. Ouch. Alright. We're not looking good. Let's pour some.
Gasoline. Set your hand on fire. Back up, back up.
I think it's supposed to be like, what's it called?
Hot wire?
What's it? Hydrogen peroxide.
If I light my hand on fire, you can't. Is that like an axe shovel in his hand? No, that's just an axe.
I'm pretty sure it's just an axe, yeah.
Dude, that's a nice car. for a psychopath.
Is it?
Yeah. I feel like.
I'm out of ammo.
Okay, good. Shiv him.
What's
He just
doing?
ripped.
Whoa! What's this guy doing?
Is he strong?
What's he doing?
you. Start running.
Oh god! Okay, straight up, this did not happen to me in my first playthrough. Oh god! How are you supposed to... What am I supposed to do
Dude, that's
here?
incredible.
Oh, car key! Car key! Well,
donuts in the garage. What is this game?
I don't know, but I
Dude,
have
get him to back into the garage door, maybe. This is insane.
This is the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. This isn't even scary anymore, it's just fucking weird.
Dude, there's definitely AI involved with this thing.
Well, obviously. What's happening?
This is not effective.
Oh, it's a little effective. I'm in the red. Gotta put some items on.
Gasoline on, and then touch the car.
Dude, I'm slicing them real good though. Traditionally in Resident Evil games, the
Where are you supposed to go? Is this a boss fight?
yeah, it's supposed to be.
Man with knife versus man with car. Choose your weapon.
Traditionally in Resident Evil games,
Knife and he chose a fucking car.
the knife is like last resort. Like it does nothing.
Like melee, sort of.
Yeah. Like
Wow, the healing powers of gasoline.
oh god! Look at this guy go!
insane.
Look at him go!
This is insane.
What am I?
This is not what I thought was gonna. He peeled.
Oh, I think I got him.
Why did he make it a convertible?
I got him, but I'm really almost dead. Oh shit!
Well, now you have gasoline on your arm, so.
Oh god.
You didn't get him. He's just on fire.
I have nothing.
What is this game?
I saw.
Where are you supposed to go?
Oh! He's squeezing my eyes. Oh, we're okay. Oh god. James, I don't know.
This is weird. So, this didn't happen.
No, that did not happen to me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he definitely didn't start doing
How did he
donuts
get out of the
in
garage?
This
He looks
ladder's
like
fun.
Passion of the Christ.
He looks like
He looks like after the whippings. I'm sorry.
he looks like corned beef.
He's a nice Reuben. Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
About to see something wonderful.
Oh.
This is what Trump is talking about. This is what we have to fear. We have to build a wall to keep this out.
So yeah, that's the first fight against that guy.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. My dearest Sarah. This is like a letter.
No, I got an ox statue.
Oh,
dude.
cool. That'll come.
Have you
in
ever
handy.
wanted an ox statuette?
I never knew I wanted one until this game. I like how you just fought a car.
Okay, but like, all jokes aside, I did not know that was possible for him to just get in the car and start doing wheelies.
That's incredible. Like, I'm really impressed by that.
I don't know if impressed is the word I should be looking.
Because, like, you seem genuinely surprised.
I really was. What happened in my game is I actually found that car key in time, and I started driving the car myself, and I crashed into him.
That's still awesome, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Ox statue, maybe?
Yeah.
Dude. That's dope.
So, this is where the game really opens up and gets fucking good, is when you get into the house, the rest of the house. And this is like classic Resident Evil, like a big-ass house.
Okay.
This is great.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that phone to be honest.
Zoe Deschanel's trying to contact.
Zoe Deschanel can.
She wants to tell you about her new ukulele album.
And then.
There's Granny. I have to get her up the stairs. Can you stab her? Do it.
No, he doesn't let me.
Do it. Palpatine, strike me down. Do it. Yes, Anakin, do it. Oh, look, it's you.
Right there? Could
Kind
be.
of looks like you.
Like me in real life?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Dude, play some pool. What if it was a pool minigame?
I feel it's like too much shit on the table, I feel like.
Dude, look at that. Is that? Can you take it? Can you wear it?
Looks like the family stuffed it themselves. I don't know why he grabbed it from the wall. I'm gonna put it back though.
He's just they walk in, they think you're insane.
That's why they're trying
How
to
did
kill
the
me.
grandma get up the stairs? Dude, I know nothing about this game. A man killed a cop with a shovel, drove a car, did donuts in a garage. There's a grandma on drugs, and you just had a bull in your hand. This is the weirdest game I've ever
Yeah,
played.
and my face is covered in jelly. I don't know what to do. Oh, thank God, an herb.
Yeah, it's a messy sandwich time.
Messy sandwich time.
It's one of those games where you can like collect a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can carry it.
But you
all.
have very limited item space. That's the thing
Oh,
Resident
well, that's
Evil's
good.
always had. Yeah, so like you have to kind of manage that.
I like that element of games. Like Skyrim, I would just carry everything I could and walk around, and I always preferred if they could force me to limit myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's so Resident Evil kind of coined the term survival horror.
Okay.
It wasn't technically the first horror game, but it was really the first survival horror game where you have to worry about resources and
Do you
ammo.
have to eat or just kind of heal?
No, you don't have to eat.
Dude,
yeah,
Minecraft. Survival horror, nothing scarier than Minecraft.
Yeah. Oh, I do have some handgun ammo. I should probably
Okay.
put that.
You have
in.
shotgun ammo too. You picked it
Yeah, I
up.
don't have a shotgun yet.
Just throw it at him.
Oh!
Okay.
I honestly did not know that was gonna happen.
Ew! He's got a squid in his head.
Dude, Octopussy.
Dude, looks like a cult leader.
Girl has given us a gift.
It's like a damn.
And this gift is with me always.
That should stop him.
He looks like Lester from GTA 5.
So
This is before GTA.
you're probably wondering why I have a gun and I'm not trying to fight him.
It probably doesn't help.
It does not do anything.
Okay.
It like barely slows him
I
down.
thought it was a person for a second. That hack.
I know.
Rack, I
It
got
scared me
nervous.
the first time too.
Dude, they gotta.
So I think this is a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Second episode. So
But I like this game so far.
yeah.
Next episode would probably be farther down, but so far,
Yeah,
I mean, I would. This is something I would like buy a new system just to play
Yeah.
because this is like I would need like an incentive because I only have a 360, but I would need an incentive to get a new system. But this would do it for me.
So if you guys like this, then comment, subscribe, share, like.
Spinnaker.com.
UNFspinnaker.com, Spinnaker Television.
Yeah, tell people you like it.
But...
Tell people you like it because
Yeah.
we'll have to keep doing it. I like it. This was fun.
So yeah, we'll see you back on Birds and Play.
Have fun.
Deuces.
Bye. Resident Evil.
Did you mean what you said
What do you mean?
right before the show when you told me you loved me?
What is it? What are you talking about?
The-
Are
no,
you
the-
are you trying
The
to do
camera,
this?
the camera stops. You can tell me. Like you can just say it.
I know.
Because
I
I've
know
been
the credits
thinking
are still going.
I've been thinking about what we've been talking about recently.
I
and
don't
making it
know
more
what
serious.
Why are you insinuating like
We should
very?
I think we should take it to the next
There's
step.
nothing.